game. Check this game. If I am to claim some shadow.
Hello there friends, it is Life here. In today's video, as well as go all in on some huge changes. The Furious International roster keeps expanding, and we've got the results from the IEM Melbourne group stage, plus a bunch of other exciting news from the world of CST. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. We shall kick things off with another pretty surprising roster move, because Fury decided to go all in once again. Their international lineup is no joke. This time it's Skulls who's out, and Yikinder steps in, which honestly definitely got people off guard, even those who believe the rumors. Ever since his move to Wick, Yikinder's performance has taken a hit, but according to Furious founder, this is exactly the kind of player they've been missing. He brings aggression, experience, and can be a local presence in mid-round opponents. The key is just to use him the right way. But apart from that, there's a big plus, because the adaptation process will be smoother both to Molotoy and Yikinder, as they speak Russian. More players will be helping each other to settle in, which should make adjusting to the new environment a bit easier. Now, the last thing we want to know if Simple will really join Fury at this alone. Imagine if it happens. That would be crazy. Also, Virtus Pro have made another change to their coaching staff, but this time they say goodbye to Pasha Non. In their official statement, the organization said that the team needs a different coaching perspective in light of the current goals. Many fans believe that this change is tied to Electronic, whose unexpected arrival at Virtus Pro was followed by constant shakeups behind the scenes. In fact, this marks the third coach to leave the team in just over the year. The CIS insider Overdrive didn't hold back. He said that VP's management showed the true face by replacing the coach right before the biggest tournament of the year, instead of waiting until it was over and reviewing the results properly. The name of VP's new coach wasn't announced yet, but we're likely to find out it very soon. Maybe they will bring back Dasta? I don't know. And since we're talking about the CIS region, things aren't looking great for other rares, or should I say raccoons. 9 Pandas have officially disbanded their CS2 roster. The most interesting part here is that Once again, Overdrive was in the middle of it all. When the first rumors popped up, he claimed that the work was going bankrupt, saying their main sponsor was pulling out and terminating the contract. That didn't sit well with Nine Panda's management, and they fired back at the public statement, denying the claims, explaining their side of the story in detail. Overdrive later apologized for spreading false info, pointing out the irony that the team disbanded just one day afterwards. If you didn't get it, Nine Pandas have disbanded the CS2 roster, but as the org itself, they're still alive. Their CEO said, I will quote, exciting times ahead. As for the players, well, they are free to join any team. Honestly, my friends, out of all the recent roster moves, Astralis might have been the boldest one yet, because they officially benched Cadian. Yeah, bros, Cadian, the one who couldn't bring stability, who became source of reputational risks, and was at the center of many of the team's internal issues, as it turns out. Replacing him is Foots, the Danish IGL will take over the upcoming event in Aston, which will serve as a trial run for him. Foots says he's excited to return to the server and hopes not to let the fans down. Cadian simply said that these are interesting times and confirmed that he's been patched. But he also said that he will explain more later. According to Flop, the streamer, Cadian might not return at all, citing mental health treatment as the main reason. Considering all the previous stories that Cadian was suffering, well, we just wish him the best of luck and speedy recovery. Although most of the scene reacted positively to the change, noting how hardworking Hoopsie is and how he might actually turn things around for Astralis. Kasat, however, was the loudest critic. He said this is the last thing Astralis should be doing before a total collapse. Meanwhile, Yang thinks that it's time to move on from Cadian and focus on the new chapter. Goose. On top of that, I have to mention that Astralis also parted ways with their sport director, Strong. The guy they signed from Heroic 3 years ago, together with Staff and Yapi. Maybe this all was Heroic's inside job to win the strong from the inside. Anyways, there's no word yet who will take the role. With just a little more than 2 weeks left until the next event, we'll see what the chat manages to bring to the table. Guys, don't forget to discuss the Astralis situation in the comments below because it's a hot topic. Also, former Navi captain Bruce recently gave a candid interview where he revealed some major personal and career moments, including details about a surgery he had, and the drama around Simple and Navi. First off, Bruce shared how he lost so much weight. He said that it was because he cut 70% of his stomach, and without the operation, his weight would still be around 180 kilograms. Higher. According to Boomage, the procedure was risky and potentially life-threatening, which is why he never spoke about it publicly until now. The operation happened last summer, and he had a really rough recovery period. He also said that it was better to take the risk of the operation, because his overweight was basically lethal for him. The interview also touched on Navi and some behind-the-scenes drama. It turns out that there may have been a conflict between Simple and the organization, though Bleach couldn't go into details. He suggested that both the conflict and Simple's contract are the reasons why we haven't seen Simple join another team yet, maybe up until low. Bleach added that Simple still wants to compete, and during the short stint with Falcons, he actually showed promise. But it's unclear what team, if any, he will join next. Finally, Bleach reflected on what happened after he escaped from Navi. He said that he tried everything to get transferred to another team, but he claims the organization deliberately avoided putting him on the transfer list, basically making him stay with the team for another 9 months. And which also said that he doesn't understand the reason behind. But my friends, I guess the most important thing is that Boomage said that he's happy right now. He's trying to get back to tier 1, and he's working on it, and he believes that everything will be great. And I guess it's cool, because we wish him the best of luck. Well, now let's move on to the results of IM Melbourne group stage. The situation here is quite interesting. Round 1 started according to a rather classic scenario. First, Vitality won against Flight West without any problems. Later beat BEATZ'S, Navi gave one map to BR, Mouse also gave one map to BIG, but they recovered faster. 3D Max lost to Gamer Legion in the first match. FaZe failed, and the moments difficulties cope with complexity. And Falcons destroyed Saw in the first match, where Monacy did quite well. As Indiak himself admitted after the match, he's mainly just happy to play with Nico. And Monacy also admitted that since the time of Navi Jr., he always wanted to play with Sonic. Round 2, though, was a little more interesting. So first, Flight West shockingly beat BEATZ'S, knocking them out of the tournament. Same way, the MIBR knocked out Saw, and PhD and Fame left the tournament as well, after losing to Complexity and 3D Max respectively. In the upper bracket, the situation was also super fun. Mouse won against Gamer Legion, and the Mongols destroyed FaZe. In the upper bracket, it was different though. Vitality first took out the Liquid without even killing their opponent, but then the real match of the day began. Navi versus Falcons. All started in 30, Falcons is big. First, Falcons dominant, in defense, they're 4-7-1. But by the end of the first half, Navi got themselves together and brought it to 7-5. However, after the side switch, everything changed. Navi won almost 8 in a row, taking the first map. Next was Mirage, Navi's big.
Oh my god! Jay Legend, alright! What is that? Monacy, last one standing. 2 bullets cut through his teammates like a hot knife through butter. Can Monacy be the one to deliver this? Gets past wonderful, but is there stopping JL? With the hot hands he currently possesses, Monacy will!
It was so easy for them. 11-3 in favor of Nada's victory. It was almost done. Falcons were on the verge of tilt and losing the map and the series. But with the arrival of Monacy, something changed. They decided to fight to the end. Surprisingly, Navi just broke in defense, and Nico called behind the supports. It was decided.
Goes fishing, looks for that first kill. It's JL to reclaim it. 2 kills from that towards the spawn. Navi, this is the best position they've been in yet. The best spot they've been in at one time. And Monacy looking to take it all the way. JL in the 1v1. But Monacy puts on a clinic.
Now, in the blink of an eye, Falcons took the map 13-11. I remind you, it was 11-3 previously. What a huge comeback. Dust 2 was to put an end to this confrontation. First, Nico had a glorious ace on B.
Not ready for Nico. Gonna get out cleanly with that one. Fresh M4 picked up. Nico is still going. Not stopping. Not slowing down. Dog gun. Death weapon switch. And even more. Nico with all 5. That's a Nico.
You could have seen Navi players completely the team. And Falcons just continued pushing and took an absolutely deserved victory. As it turned out after the match, the victory in Mirage and the success itself happened mostly because of the young captain. And so sad when the score was 11-3, he didn't agree to Dixon's idea. He was going to practice his force and push his own tactics. But then decided to trust the IGL. And as you can see from the result, Dixon was right. Meanwhile, in the lower bracket, FaZe met with 3D Max, where everything again turned out to be stronger. In addition, they even won against Complexity, and then they faced FaZe Black in the top lower bracket fight. Guess what, guys? TM took the first map after 2 rounds of overtime. He just closed it out. Arrogance in upper bracket, Mouse splashed with the Mongols in the finals. It was all about Sphinx, though, who got a whopping 1.25 rating. So, as you can guess, Mouse won. In Group B, the lower bracket was also quite interesting. After all, Flight West were very close to winning against Navi, but still, Alexi's team turned out to be stronger. In the second semifinal of the lower bracket, the Liquid and MIBR clashed. It was a success for Suri. In the upper bracket finals of Group B, Vitality met Falcons. After the match, Sonic said that their main problem was fear. If you don't consider Vitality to be obviously stronger, you can win, he said. Well, let's watch. Despite the fact that the teams were going cheek to cheek, Vitality took the first map, especially considering the size that was absent there. Messi had to carry the whole game himself. Then it was inverted in Vitality's favor. The Bees showed why they're the favorites of any tournament of 2025.
10 seconds now. Oh, God, no! I should say. No! Modesty, there's a few seconds left on this, but he can't find it! Oh, God! They were going to save. They're right. Magic being there did just cost them everything. That's one kill comes back in. That's a gargantuan choke. That.
In the end, Vitality turned out to be stronger. Anyone doubted them? I thought so. Still, for the first tournament with the new roster, it was a great result for Falcons. Few teams can impose a game like that on Vitality. I was at the lower bracket, Liquid fought against none. And, well, here we saw pure comedy. After exchanging picks, the teams switched to the decider, Ancient. Liquid easily got to 7-1. Then, Ultimate had some critical misses, and Navi somehow didn't get to 7-5. After the side switch, Liquid's dominance continued, with the same misses from Ultimate. Still, even this didn't help Navi to come back. They, unfortunately, left the tournament. As a result, Game Religion will play against Falcons in the playoffs, and the Mongols will meet with Liquid in the semifinals. And that's unfortunately it. Thank you for watching.
No! Material. Ah! What is this? What is this?